up, man? What's up? Good evening. What's up, Daniel Barry? Let me get this stream started, man. All right, all right. What's up, Daniel Barry? How you doing, man? What's up, Daniel Barry? All right, yeah, the game should start. I don't know, what, 3 minutes? That's what the website. That's what LSU's what you call it said. Twitter, X, whatever the hell you want to call it nowadays. Whatever the hell you want to call it, man. I'm just writing some stuff down here. My cheat sheet. All right, so LSU had a nice walk-off win yesterday against NC State, and then they beat Nevada earlier in the day yesterday. What's up, Tylen and Daniel Barry? So, all right, man. So, alrighty. Let's get it good. It says 6:10 was going to be the pitch time, so we're 2 minutes away. Well, I guess we'll find out shortly. So hope they don't. They hope they don't need late game heroics like they did against NC State last night, as they got down 5-0. And the starting pitcher was really pitching. Pitching might be a problem for the softball team this year outside of Heavener. The girl yesterday that pitched against Nevada struggled, but she didn't get me really many runs, but she struggled a lot of innings. Then yesterday, the starter yesterday didn't go very long, but the relief pitcher that came in pitched well. So that's probably a little hopeful that they can find some they need pitching. I think they need pitching this year. So we'll see, man. We'll see if they can get to the College World Series, the softball team. I think they need to. So a lot of fans want Beth fired because she can't get out the regionals last several years. So, all right, here we go. Put the volume if I can hear it. So Lassiter hit the home run last night to beat NC State. Yes, Tigers scored all those runs in the 7th inning. They scored 5 in the 7th to win that game. So yeah, Heavener is on the mound today for LSU. Or I say the mound, but you know what I mean, the circle. So Nevada has a different little lineup than they had yesterday. So there's a tad bit difference. All right. All right, so yeah, Nevada will come to bat first. I'll have Clark, Alfaro, and a Wetland do up, and Heavener's on the mound for the Tigers. And cheers to everybody. Hammer. All right, here we go. First pitch of the game is going to be a ball up and away, 1-0. So having her on the mound here for the Tigers. She's a lefty. So Clark at the plate, and here comes the 1-0. That's me a strike, 1-1. Right down the middle, 1-1 to count. Here's the 1-1. That's way upstairs to the backstop, man. 2-1. That went way above the backstop. 2-1. So here comes the 2-1. That ball's slapped to the shortstop, and they just got her out. One down. That was close. One down. That was really, really close. So one down in the inning. And we're gonna have Alfaro due up here for the Wolf Pack. So she passed on the left hand side as well. Here's the pitch. That's me a ball. 1-0. Pitch missed away and a little upstairs. 1-0. Yeah, this is LSU's best pitcher. Hebner's our best one we have. Here's a 1-0. And it's 2-0. So 2-0 to count. Here to Alfaro. And Hebner will come set. And the 2-0 is 3-0. So first three pitches have missed the zone. 3-0. All right. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. And that's going to be, ooh, they call that a strike. 3-1. That looked a little, it looked like a little bit, maybe outside. So 3-1 to count. And 3-1 is fouled. He'll get out of play. So he's count moves to 3-2. Count moved to 3-2. See, people are going down. All right, here comes the 3-2. That ball's fouled again. Fouled again. So 3-2 to count. 3-2 pitch Alfaro is ball 4. So 1 out and a 1 on here for Nevada. So the Wolfpack gets a base runner on. That's going to bring up Wetland to the plate. All right, so Wetland at the plate. And the pitch is a strike. 0-1. So here comes the 0-1. And that's going to be outside. Middle. It's low, 1-1. So 1-1 to count. What's up, Sir UGA? Come on, Sir UGA. Oh, they hit her? Or it. Wait, no. They're going to say, no, the ball hit the bat. So it's 1-2. A little bit of a, well, this is not baseball, this is softball. So I don't know what they call softball. What do they call softball? Yeah, the ball did hit the bat. Yeah. Good eye, ump. Good eye, ump. So 1-2 to count. Oh, it's not, okay. It's not internet appropriate. Okay. We'll leave it at that. Here's a 1-2. That ball's hit to center field for a base hit. Did you get my text I sent you? What you think about that, man? What do you think about that text I sent you? I got another one. I can send you in a minute. Cause here comes a pitch to Genova. That's going to be a strike on 1. And the 0-1 is going to be 1-1. Do it real quick. And the 1-1 is going to be foul back. 1-2. Oh, yeah, you saw that, man? Here comes a 1-2. And that's going to be, did she go around? They're going to say no, 2-2. Two and two to count. And the pitch is ball gets away, and the runners are going to move up to second and third. Not a good start. Not a good start at all, man. Not a good start at all. Man. What happened here? Did we missing out? Apparently missing out. Good job. Good job, ESPN app. We missed a pop-up. Good job. So there's two down. And Haith at the plate. And the pitch is low, 1-0. Good job, ESPN app. And here comes a 1-0. And it's 2-0. Jeez. Here comes the 2-0. And it's 3-0. Man, this girl can't throw it. This girl can't throw a strike, man. This girl can't throw a strike. So 3-0 to count here to Haith. And that's gonna be a stool strike. 3-1. Girl threw a bat, thought it was ball 4. Now she's gotta go pick up her bat. 3-1. So 2 down, 2 on. 3-1 pitch is fouled. It'll get out of play. Be 3-2. You did some research on what they call women's softball. Okay, well, I guess you'll have to text me that. 3-2 pitch is swing and a miss, strike 3, and this side is retired. So the Tigers work out the jam as the Nevada gets 2 base runners on. They do not score. We'll go to the bottom of the first. It's Nevada 0, LSU coming to the plate. Yeah, okay. Tigers come to the plate. All right. So the Tigers will come to the plate when I have Lassiter, Daniel, and Bergeron due up. Yeah, so Leather and Lace is one name, boy. You got some people out there on the berm out there, I guess we call it. Yeah. Ready. Oh, the Ponytail Express. Yeah, that's all names. That's definitely all names. That's definitely all names, man. Welcome back. We're in the bottom of the first inning. This LSU come to the plate. We have Lassiter. Daniel as Bergeron. Lassiter was the hero yesterday as she hit that 2-run home run to win the game yesterday against North Carolina State. We're going to have McLean on the mound or in the circle there for the Wolfpack. Here comes the pitch. That's a ball. 1-0. Ponytail Express. All right, so 1-0 here to Lassiter. And the 1-0 coming to the plate is a strike. 1-1. Ugh. Here comes the 1-1. That ball's fouled. Yep. He'll get out of play. 1-2. Yeah, fast pitch. Yeah, this isn't that slow pitch stuff that men play. Men don't play men can't throw the ball like this. Here's a 1-2. That's strike 3 looking, huh? No? Whoa. Wow. I thought that was a strike. Interesting call there, ump. 2-2. Interesting call there, Mr. Umpire. 2-2 pitch coming to the plate. Here to Lassiter. And swing and a miss. There's your out. 1 down. So 1 down. So they do get the strikeout. It's going to bring up Daniel to the plate. And the first pitch to Daniel is a ball. Yeah, ball. 1-0. So 1-0 to count to Daniel. And the 1-0 is a strike. 1-1. All right, so 1-1 to count. And the pitch is slapped to left field, but caught in foul territory. 2 down. So 2 down inning, 2 down here in the inning. Two down in the inning. You still here, Sergi? You still here, Sir? UGA AAA. I'm going to Cape Canaveral next week. So Bergeron up. The pitch is a strike, 0-1. I've abandoned LSU basketball. I never covered LSU basketball. I do the women's basketball. Abandoned it. I never covered it. Here's the 0-1. Swing and miss. 0-2. I do the women's basketball. I've done that. So here comes the 0-2 to Bergeron. And that ball is going to hit out of play. So it's going to remain 0-2. I did abandon the Pelicans, though. But it's rightfully so. There's the 0-2. That's upstairs and away 1-2. I did abandon the Pelicans, but I'm deservedly so because they're just a poorly run organization, and that 1-2 pitch going to miss, 2-2. Cover sports that's that's actually enjoyable to watch. LSU women's basketball, LSU softball, LSU baseball. 2-2 pitch. That ball's popped up. Back out of play now. But I did do football, LSU football, and they weren't enjoyable to watch this year. So I guess you can get me on that one. But so 2-2 here to Bergeron. And the 2-2 is 3-2. So count goes to 3-2 here to Macy Bergeron. Got 2 out and nobody on here in the bottom of the first. No score. LSU scored 3 runs last night, or yesterday afternoon against Nevada. Here's a pop-up right field coming on, making a catch to retire the side. So LSU goes down in order 1, 2, 3 here in the first. We'll go to the top of the second. No score. Yeah, Pelicans are just, they just don't care, man. They trade away first-round draft picks, and they don't get rid of Zion. I mean, when they should have. They just don't have they don't have no commitment to winning anything. So, and next year they're gonna run it back next year with Zion and shit and whatever, man. Oh well. All right, so we're gonna have, let's see, we're gonna have a Trenton, Engelbrecht, and then Glover due up for Nevada here in the top of the second inning coming up. Once the weather gets a little warmer and the schedule gets a little, more that's desirable, you'll get more fans at the ballpark. I can't imagine there's that many watching, at the PMAC watching the LSU basketball team, the men's team. There can't be that many over there watching that shit show. All right, with top of the second, got Trenton, Engelbrecht, and then Glover due up here for Nevada. So let's see if Heather can have a little easier inning. Pitches a ball 1-0. So 1-0 to count here to Trenton. And the 1-0 is going to be 2-0. Hard to tell where some of these pitches are, where they're missing. Because the camera's not really, dead on, kind of at an angle, so it's kind of hard to see where it's actually missing. Here's the 2-0. That's 3-0. I can tell where that missed. 3-0. Yeah, Heavener's not been too sharp to start this game off. She really got in trouble in that first inning, but luckily she got out of it for her sake. Here's the 3-0. That's right down the middle for a strike. That's like the third time a batter has thrown the bat thinking it's ball 4 and it's not ball 4. When you do that, you kind of tick the umpire off. 3-1 pitch is ball 4. That one was not even close to being a strike. So leadoff girl on here for the Wolfpack. What's up, Kyle? So leadoff girl on here for Nevada. All right, we got Engelbrecht due up. And the pitch is a There's another ball. Boy, pitcher struggling. Pitcher struggling. Here's a 1-0, and that's 2-0. Pitcher is struggling. Man. And the 2-0 is a strike. Two and one. All right, so 2-1 to count here to Engelbrecht. The 2-1 pitch is hit up to right center, and one down. So one down. We're gonna have Glover do up. So Glover's up. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be a strike. 0-1. All right, so 0-1 to count. And the 0-1 is good. No, another strike. 0-2. Huh. That seemed like that. It's like one of the same pitches that was earlier. It was called a ball. But anyway, 0-2 to count. Quickly, here's the 0-2. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Some chase, some high heat there. 2 down. 2 down. It's on the ESPN app. It's on the ESPN app. There's a pitch to with Lech. It's going to be a ball 1-0. And the 1-0. It's 2-0. So 2-0 to count. And the 2-0 is 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes. And the pitch is a strike right down the middle. 3-1. Go down, down, down. All right, so 3-1 to count here to Lech. And ball's going to be slapped back. 3-2. All right, so 3-2 to count. And 3-2 pitch is strike 3 looking, and that's going to retire this side. So we lead off walk. She works around the leadoff walk, and nobody scores. We'll go to the bottom of the second, still 0-0. Good job there. Good job. Good pitch by Huebner. Yeah, good pitching there by Huebner. To get out that inning, because it looked like, I mean, at first batter, like, man, she's going to be struggling. But she got out of it. So bottom of the second we go. All right. So we're going to have a All righty. So we're gonna go to the bottom of the second inning. Tigers went down in order in the first inning, 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna have Edwards, Hutchins, and Edwards due up. All right, man. Here comes the pitch. Nope, nope. Good time is called. All right, so Edwards at the plate. Here comes the pitch. That's a swing late on that one. 0-1. 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 to Edwards. Yeah, but it's another swing, man. Another late 0-2. Late on both those swings. 0-2 to count. 0-2 pitch is ball. Guess that was a little high. 1-2. Guess that was still 1-2. Here comes the 1-2. And 2-2. That's a 2-2 to count here to Torrey Edwards. Two-two pitch is a swing and a miss. One down. Boy, pitcher's excited on the mound. One down. All right, now we're going to have Hutchins do up for LSU. So Hutchins will come to the plate. And the pitch is a ball. 1-0. Yep, ball. 1-0. Had to wait and see if it's a ball or not. 1-0 to count. Here comes the 1-0. That's strike. 1-1. All right, here comes the 1-1. That's 2-1. That pitch was a little upstairs. 2-1. 2-1. The count. And the 2-1 is 3-1. That pitch was up and away. 3-1. Here to Hutchins. The other Edwards is on deck. So one down and nobody on here for LSU. 3-1 is ball 4. So Tigers get their first base runner of the game. First base runner of the game. Man, all right. Garrett, let's go. What's up, Garrett? Since Garrett's here. Since Garrett's here. So Kylie Edwards is up. What's up, Garrett? Let's do that. Here comes the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. 0-1. Yeah, so fire. See, so you don't have the fireball emoji because you're not a paying member. So I got that. See. Here's the 0-1. It's a strike 0-2. There we go. I got it poured now. Ooh, man. Here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss, man. Late on that swing. Man, just late, man. Just late swing the bat. 2 down. It's going to bring up Lorenz up. Man, these pitches are just some aren't in the zone and they're just late. They're late swinging the bat. All right. Now we're going to have Lorenz due up. And the pitch is a ball, 1-0. That's right, man. It's next Friday afternoon. It's less than a week now. Less than a week. Here's a 1-0. And it's a strike. But I'm gonna miss, the first week of the season. So wish I was able to stream on the boat. That'd be kind of cool. If I was able to stream like the game on the boat, on the cruise ship. Here's a hit to right field. Gonna be caught though, man. Wow. So that retires the side. We'll go to the 3rd inning. Still no score. But yeah, but if I could stream the games from the boat, that'd be cool. But if I could be at the Lido deck, eating a guy's hamburger, and streaming a baseball game, that would be cool. It's been every minute closer, man. I think this might be a long season for the softball team. We'll see. It might be a long season for softball, man. I don't know. We'll see, though, man. Yeah, I won't have any. I probably won't have any service until Wednesday. Wednesday and Thursday we'll be in St. Thomas and then Puerto Rico. So we'll be in U.S. territories. So I'll have service Wednesday and Thursday probably. Friday and Saturday we'll be at sea. Coming back. So and Tuesday we'll be in Grand Turk. So no. When will you stream the LSU baseball game? They haven't when they play next Friday. It's next Friday, right? It's Friday afternoon they play, right? I think isn't Friday afternoon they play next Friday baseball. I believe it's next Friday. No, it's not one of those boats. But they do have internet, but Carnival costs too much. There's a ball 1-0. I mean, we're not going to be really on the ship that much to use the phone, so. But Carnival does have internet service packages, but I really don't need it. I mean, here's a 1-0. There's a slap to third. Got to hurry, and not going to get her. Infield single. So a slap single to third. Ooh, man. They've been getting girls on. Those slap singles, man, just they work, man. We got what Alfaro do up. Here's a foul to play. Yeah, it's Alfaro. So Clark at first base for Nevada. So Alfaro due up. And the 0-1. That's 1-1. All right, so 1-1 to count. Here to Faro. And it's going to be a base hit left field. So two on and nobody out here for Nevada. Man. So Nevada has runner at second base. All right, so first and second, nobody out. We're going to have Wetland up. And the pitch is popped out of play, 0-1. All right. All right, here comes the 0-1. That's going to miss. Not even close, 1-1. Not even close to being a strike, 1-1. And the 1-1. And that's a strike, 1-2. All right, so 1-2 to count here to Wetland. And the 1-2 is foul back to the screen. Stays 1-2. Stays 1-2. And the 1-2 is going to miss. Count moves to 2-2. Here to Wetland. 2-2 pitch. That ball hit the right field, but it's going to be foul. Going to be in foul territory. So it stays 2-2. So 2-2 to count. And the pitch is hit back out of play. So it's going to stay 2-2. There's more people at the game tonight as there was yesterday afternoon against Nevada. I didn't watch the game when they played NC State, so I don't know how many people were watching that one. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be ball, 3-2. 3-2. So Havner delivers, and the ball hit the right field again, but caught. Right by the right fielder. Can they double him up? They do. They double him up at second base, 2 down. Man, they doubled up the runner off the second, 2 down. So double play, 2 down. There we go. That works. Needed that one. Needed that play. Double play. Double play. All right, so there's a strike to Genova. Here comes the 0-1. That's up and in, 1-1. So 1-1 to count. Pitch is fouled out of play as Genova fouled out of play 1-2. Yeah. Oh yeah, it could have been. It might have been a triple play. Yeah. Here's a hit to left field coming in. They can't make the catch. There's a ball. They're going to go to third, and they didn't get him at third. So a base hit, and we're going to have runners at third and second, I believe. No corners. Runners at the corners. Yeah, it could have been a triple play, but man. So runners at the corners. We're going to have Trenton. No, Haith. We're going to have Haith do up here for the Wolf Pack. So runners at the corners and 2 down. Where is Ruho? What's up, Paulie? He's inside. Wife is home. He ain't worried about me, man. When the wife is home, he's not worried about me. I'm the. Yeah, he's like, who? Yeah. He's like, who? Who are you? I got 2 down and 2 on here for Nevada. Now I think now it's gonna be Trenton do up. And the pitch, the swing and miss, 0-1. Or is it still Haith the plate? Or the Trenton? It's Haith. Sorry, it is. It's still Haith at the plate. Here comes the 0-1. That's inside, 1-1. And the 1-1 is foul back. 1-2. So the Tigers are 1 strike away of getting out of an inning again without giving up a run. As they've been tested the first 3 innings, just like they were tested yesterday against Nevada. And Nevada really couldn't get that clutch hit. So 1-2 to count. Here comes the pitch. And that's gonna be strike 3 looking, and the side is retired. So we'll go to the bottom of the third. Still no score as Nevada will leave 2 on. First and third. And they leave 2 on. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It's still 0-0. Yeah. Yeah. That double play helped out a lot. So, bottom of the third we go. So, bottom of the third we go, man. So, no score. LSU's playing. They're playing with fire. They're playing with fire. Uh, Alrighty, so bottom of the third inning we go. No score, 0-0. So dun, dun, dun. Welcome back. We're going to the bottom of the third inning. And here's a pitch to Franklin, going to miss 1-0. So Franklin, Hodge, and Lassiter due up for the Tigers here in the third inning. So 1-0 to count. And the pitch is a ball, 2-0. So 2-0 to count. Two 0 pitch is 3-0. Not even close, 3-0. So 3-0 to count here to Franklin. All right, so batter is back in the batter's box. Here comes the 3-0. Oh, no, the strike, 3-1. A nice camera angle, guys. Nice camera angle. All right, so 3-1 to count here, Franklin. Pitch is a swing and a miss. Late on that one. 3-2. Here comes a 3-2. And hit up out of play. Into the seats. 3-2. So 3-2 to count. 3-2 pitch is ball 4. So Tigers get a base runner on here in the third inning. What's up, Paxton? There's Paxton's in the house. There's Paxton. Here's Paxton. Am I getting raided? Helicopter coming. Here comes the pitch to Hodge. That's be a strike, 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. And another strike, 0-2. So quickly 0-2 here to Hodge. So one at first base, nobody out. And the pitch, the 0-2 is going to miss. 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch is slapped out of play. Stays 1-2. Stays 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch is going to miss. 2-2. Here comes the 2-2. And the pitch is be a slow roller to the short. They'll go to second, though. and get the runner out there. So not a good at bat at all. One down. Got your squares tomorrow. All right. I'm not going to lose tomorrow, that's for sure, on the squares. So that's good. I know for a fact I'm not going to lose on my squares. All right, we got Lassiter back up at the plate. In the pitch. It's a strike on 1. So 0-1 to count here to Lassiter. We're in the bottom of the third. No score. LSU does a runner on at first. And here comes the 0-1. That's going to miss. 1-1. Here comes the 1-1. And ball's hit to right field, but it's caught. Yeah, it is caught. Man, nice catch in right field. Nice sliding catch. 2 down. Man, took a base hit away. 2 down. Man. Nice catch. So 2 down, and Daniel is due up. There's a ball. 1-0. Here to Daniel. I guess it's too much to ask to put like their names on the screen when they're coming to the plate. ESPN. I guess it's just too much to ask. It's 2-0. Missed high. I guess that's just too much to ask to just put their names on the screen. Like, okay, whoever's batting, there it is. There's 2-0 pitch. Could be a strike. 2-1. Oh well. And the 2-1 is slapped to short, and it'll go to first. Then they got her out to retire the side. So LSU they get the leadoff girl on. They don't score. So we'll go to the 4th inning. Still no score. 0-0. Man, it's been a very offensive-less game. Very offensive-less game here. All right. Man, it's just the hitting, man. Hitting's just not there. They're not there today. Hitting's just not there right now, man. Just can't get any clutch hits. Right. Many offensive-less schemes come alive, and yeah, they do. You're right. You're right. Alrighty. We're in the top of the 4th inning. No score, 0-0. So Michael does forward and backward squares. That makes sense. Now I really don't understand that. Well, good luck to you, though. Surprised I didn't see you here the other night when Texas beat LSU. I thought for sure you'd be in here gloating and pounding your chest, and I was surprised that I didn't see you. All right, we're going to have what Trenton do up here for Nevada. And here comes the pitch to the plate. That's going to be a strike going one. We got Trenton, Engelbrecht, and then Glover do up for the Wolfpack here at the top of the fourth. And the 0-1 is in the dirt, 1-1. Okay, so 1-1 to count. And a pitch. It's swing to miss, 1-2. So 1-2 to count. Here to Trenton. And the pitch is outside, 2-2. 2-2 to count. And the 2-2 is hit to left field for a base hit. So it's a base hit here for the Wolfpack, and they've been getting base runners on more than LSU has. A lot more than LSU has. They've been getting runners on. All right, so now we're gonna have Engelbrecht do up. Engelbrecht. All right, so one runner on, nobody out. Here comes the pitch. That's low and away, 1-0. And the 1-0 is popped up center field and one down. So one down here in the fourth. All right, now we're gonna have a Glover coming to the plate. Here's a pitch from Evener. Going to be a ball, 1-0. Oh, man. So 1-0 to count. And the pitch is 2-0. Man. All right, so batter back in the batter's box. 2-0 pitch. It's a swing to miss. 2-1. The runner took second. Nobody was there. That's what happened. It's like why is the girl at second base? I mean, there was nobody at second base at the bag at second, so she just took it. So runner at second now at one down, counts 3-1. So 3-1 account 3-1 account to Glover. The pitch is hit back to the screen. 3-2. 3-2 pitch. And that's strike three looking, man. Right above the knees. 2 down. I think we got fortune on that one. I don't think you can gamble 3. I think 10's the least you can gamble. I think. So 2 down. We're gonna have Leach up. So Leach up. The pitch is a ball. 1-0, okay. So 2 down and 1 on. Leach at the plate here for Nevada, and the 1-0 is popped up along the infield, and somebody's got to catch it. And finally they do, and it retires the side. Jeez, I was wondering, is anybody going to go get it? So we'll go to the bottom half of the inning. Still no score, 0-0. Man, scoreless. Pitchers duel. Man. Pitchers duel. Oh, the women's game. Yeah, they were. Fourth quarter, LSU couldn't do shit. Offensively, they kept turning the ball over. So all they could do was turn the ball over or miss a shot. That was about all they can do. That was about it. So we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. LSU needs the bats need to wake up. Bats need to wake up here. All right, man. So come on, we gotta get something going on here, man. Yeah, they get to the regionals. That's about it. You know, they're not elite like Oklahoma and Texas and some of those other programs. Here comes the pitch to the plate to a Bergeron, 1-0. I mean, they get to the regionals, but they're not elite like Texas, like Texas, Oklahoma. You know, Stanford. Who else? Who else is really good in softball? Alabama. The 1-0 is 2-0. But so 2-0 the count here to Bergeron. And the 2-0 pitch is a strike, 2-1. So counts out 2-1. And the 2-1 to Bergeron is going to be upstairs, 3-1. Well, I mean, they lost to a top 10. You lost to a top 10 team. That's nothing. That's nothing to be really, upset about, really. So, 3-1 pitch is a strike, 3-2. LSU losing to Nevada is a little different situation, but us being ranked and they're not ranked, we should win. But 3-2 pitch coming to the plate. That ball's popped up to right field and can't make the catch in foul territory. So it's going to stay 3-2. So 3-2 to count. And the pitch is a grounder to short. And that should be an out and 1 down. It don't matter. I mean, if you lose to him, it's not really going to hurt you too much. All right, we're going to have Edwards due up. That ball's foul back, 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. And it's going to miss 1-1. Yes, scheduling those teams doesn't really hurt you in softball or baseball. Here's a 1-1. Have a swing to miss. 1-2. Yeah, next year we got a 9-game conference schedule in the SEC. Yeah. 1-2. That ball's not out of play. LSU plays Clemson again. Really curious to see what Clemson's going to look like next year. Because, I mean, they weren't that good. Neither was LSU. So both those teams probably going to. Well, Clemson doesn't use the transfer portal like everybody else. So Dabo's back in the 60s, 2-2. All these other schools they're going heavy in the transfer portal. Clemson, for some reason, just doesn't want to do it. I mean, Dabo needs to get with the time, so otherwise he's going to be left behind. 2-2 pitch is 3-2. I mean, shit, Indiana is in the freaking transfer portal. Texas Tech. I mean, here comes a 3-2 pitch to Edwards. And that's going to be ball 4. So LSU gets a base runner on. It's going to bring Hutchins duo. Yeah, you need a lawyer. Yeah, you need your lawyer so you can go back and play sports. Just say that just say that you want to make NIL money. I don't know. Just find some kind of excuse why you want to be let back in. All right, so Hutchins at the plate, and she takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Yeah, just go find you a lawyer and just cry about you something. I don't know. Find a reason to cry. That's another strike, 0-2. Do I got any eligibility left? Yeah, but I'm 49 years old. What can I do? I can play like a play. I can go to the plate and have one at bat. 1-2. So 1-2 to count here to Hutchins. And the 1-2 pitch is he's chewing around. 2 down. So strike 3, 2 down. This girl's mowing us down. Our bats are ice cold. I think you still have to get high school. I think you still have to recruit high school, but maybe you don't go as hard as you did before. Here's a foul back 1-1. I think you still need to recruit high school players, but maybe you don't go as hard as you did at one time, knowing that you can get somebody to start right away the following year. Maybe you go for high school for depth purposes. No, It is interesting. Here's 101. It's interesting what college football has become now. It's more heavily on transfer portal than high school recruiting because players don't stay. They don't stay, they don't stay 2 years. Hell, more or less they stay like 1 year and they're gone. And one pitch is gonna miss. So years ago, yeah, you knew you had a guy for like 3 years. So nowadays you hope you have him for one. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. And that ball's fouled back to the screen, 2-2. But remember now you can have like 103 scholarship players on your team now. So they've upped that. So which is kind of crazy. 2-1 pitch. Here's a ground to the second. Easy throw to first. Retire the side. So we'll go to the fifth. Still no score. Everybody has a general manager. And every school now has a general manager. They got a head coach, and they got this and they got that. It's like, geez, man. It's like, it's wild, man. Than what it used to be. Get back. All right. I'm back again. All right, we're in the top of the fifth inning. And still no score. Here comes the pitch to the plate. Going to be a bunt. And they got to hurry to throw to first. And they didn't get her. She's safe. So leadoff girl on again for Nevada. Man. Man. Yeah, I saw that. They keep pushing the playoffs back, man. Yeah, they keep for some reason they keep wanting to push the playoff. Like they want to, they want to play a game and wait 2 weeks to play a game. I don't get that. I don't get that thought process. I mean, they're so scared that going against the NFL in their playoff format. Well, I mean, you can get all this done by January 1st if you do it right. So There is a way to get it all done by January 1st, and then you don't have to worry about competing with the NFL. But for some reason, the college football leaders are just fucking stupid, man. They're just fucking stupid. All right, so we got Alfaro up. Here comes the pitch. The 1-0 is a 2-0. They can just get rid of the conference title games, and that could save you a week, and just go back to co-champs like they used to be. 2-0 pitch, and it's foul back. I mean, they used to be co-champions in conferences. You tied, you were co-champs. There was no head-to-head and all that kind of stuff. But these conference, they're going to have to do something because these conference title games make money for the conferences. So, but 2-1 pitch is hit to third base, one down. Anyway, now. The NFL doesn't take weeks off after a playoff game. No, you play the next week, and you play the next week. The only time there's a week break is for the Super Bowl. So it's like, all right. So Wetland up. Here comes the 1-0, and it's did it hit her? It did hit her. So hit the batter, 2 on and 1 out. Well, that's just the rules of the that's what everybody agreed to. All these schools and athletic directors and university presidents, they agreed to it. There's a ball to Genova, 1 and out. So. They agree to it. So, go blame your athletic director and your president. Here's a 1-0. It's 2-0. And go blame Sankey. Whoever your athletic director is at Texas, and then your school president, because they all signed off on it. 2-0 pitch is popped up in foul territory, and the catcher makes the catch. 2 down. So, yeah, they're all the ones that agreed to that playoff. Well, they'd have to agree to that. They could have said, all right, you want to be in the playoffs? Finish in the top 12. And then I think everybody would have been happy with that. Here's a pitch. It's a strike to Haith, 1-0. But no, they wanted to give them a chance and say, if they're in the top, what 25 or whatever the fucking rules are with them. Here's the 0-1. It's foul back, 0-2. Which was really weird. The really weird rule was that the ACC champion, was lower than James Madison, so the ACC champ wasn't invited to the playoff. That was the weird rule. I didn't really know it was there. 0-2 pitch is going to miss. That's the rule that I didn't know it was there. Was the that rule about the 2 G5 teams can get in. That's the rule that shouldn't. That's the rule that should not be in place. Here's the 1-2. And swing and a miss, strike 3, and the side is retired. Man, LSU just keeps playing with fire, man. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th, no score. Yeah, Miami should have won the ACC, and then you wouldn't have to worry about James Madison. Miami probably would have beaten Virginia if they would have played them. That's what should have happened. Duke shouldn't have been in that damn title game. Should have been Miami. But it's because some stupid ass tiebreaker put Duke in. So that was one problem that happened. And then you would have had Tulane in the playoffs. If Miami had won the ACC, that would have taken away James Madison, and you just would have had Tulane playing Oregon. So. You must be thirsty. Oh yeah, maybe I am thirsty. Yeah, it was the fifth inning stretch because it's softball. It was the fifth inning stretch. 12 was always too many teams, man. Should have been like six or eight teams in the college football playoff. That's about it. Yeah, 12 was always too much. Here comes a pitch, and now look, and now they want to add. They want to go to 24. They want to go to 24, Paxton. Not only is 12 too many, they want to go to 24. What the hell are we? Fuck, man. All right, good. Lorenzo, we got to get some kind of somebody in scoring position. Here comes the 1-1. That's a strike, 1-2. I mean, our bats have been like ice cold. Yeah, any smart individual knew that 12 was too many college football teams in the playoff, but it's all about money, man. It's about money. 1-2 pitch. That's 2-2. They can get more money the more games, playoff games they play. College football can. So that's what it's about. It's about money. It's not about putting the best 12 teams in. It never was. 2-2 pitch. Upstairs, 3-2. Never was. That's why you have a committee. You have people picking who's in the playoff. The NFL doesn't do that. Basketball doesn't do that. Baseball, hockey. Nobody else has people picking who's in your playoff. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. One down. This girl's mowing us down, man. That's just what bothers me so much is that there's people picking who's in the playoff. This is just like back in the day when the AP poll writers picked the national champion. This is the same thing. The only difference now is they're picking who's in the playoff. They're sports writers. Anyway. So Franklin's up, and she fouls that one back out of play. I think. I mean, the camera was so horrible. But yeah, you really think they watch every game? Like every single college football game? It's impossible, man. It's impossible to watch every college football game. I don't care what they try to trick us to believe. The 0-1 pitch is gonna miss. Like when they late in the season when they show them all sitting around on chairs watching games. I'm like, man, that is the biggest fucking farce, man, I've seen in my life, man. I just laugh at that shit. Here's a 1-1, and that's gonna be a ball 2-1. I just laugh so much at that shit when they show the committee watching games. I'm like, man, they don't watch games. Two 2-1 pitch, and that's going to be a strike, 2-2. I mean, imagine if the NFL, if the NFL had a committee picking the playoff teams, uh, or imagine that 2-2 pitch is hit to right field, base hit. Hey, we get a base hit. So 1 out and 1 on here in the 5th. And it just blows my mind that some people are okay with this shit. In college football, you have people picking who's in the playoff. They can move, like what they did with Notre Dame and Miami late in the year. Now, I thought Miami should have been above Notre Dame the whole time, but they weren't. And then at the end, all of a sudden you flip them just because they played earlier in the year and Miami won. Well, then why wasn't Miami ahead of Notre Dame from the get-go? I mean, that don't make any. That didn't make any sense to me at all. When they flipped them with their reasons, well, we had to look at the whole body of work, and Miami played Notre Dame early. No shit, they played them earlier. We all saw the game. Miami won. Notre Dame lost. But then they had Notre Dame ahead of Miami for like weeks. That's why it's a joke, man. That's why the college football playoff committee is an utter joke. And nobody calls them out on it. Nobody calls them out on that on their buffoonery. All right, we had a timeout. Can LSU get a run here? Can somebody get a run here? Yeah. All right, so getting back to action, Tigers got a pinch runner. Like how in softball, you can bring a player in, the pinch run, but then you can put the other player back in the next inning. Kind of like that. We got, is it Hodge? Yes, Hodge at the plate for LSU. Come on, Hodge. Come on, let's go. Pitch, looks to bunt, and takes it for a ball. 1-0. Pitch was high. No, everybody was complaining about the computers back then, about, you can't have a computer picking the teams. Here's a 1-0. And it's 2-0. So people got their wish, man. People bitched and complained about the BCS for years about computers picking teams because computers weren't biased. You put a formula in, 2-0 pitch, and it's a bunt, and they go to first, and they just got her at first, but there's 2 down, 1 at second. So. Yeah, for years, people bitched about the fucking computers, man. They bitched about it in 2003 when Oklahoma got in over USC. Which was rightfully so. USC should have played LSU that year, not Oklahoma. But people still bitch about the computers. All right, so Lassiter up, and it's a ball 1-0. They bitch about the computers when Alabama played LSU for the title. Well, Bama was a better team than Oklahoma State. I mean, they were. That was just the truth. Here's the 1-0. And it hit her. It hit her. So Lassiter gets plunked first and second now. So, can I say something crazy? Well, you can say it. Don't mean you're not crazy or not. So we got 2 base runners on here in the bottom of the 5th. So 2 base runners on. Well, I say they need to get rid of the conference championship games. I've been saying that ever since they went to the 12-team playoff. I thought they should just go back to the co-champs and then work their rankings out. You know where they finish. So we got Daniel up. Pitch is a ball 1-0. Yeah, I've been saying they should get rid of the conference title games. I don't think they mean as much anymore. I mean, Miami didn't win their conference. Look where they played. Here's a 1-0. And it's a grounder, and it's a base hit. Center field. Let's see the runner home, and she is safe at the plate. And the Tigers lead 1-0. Tigers lead 1-0 here in the fifth. As Daniel gets a single to center. And the Tigers are on the board. Finally. Tigers are finally on the board. I mean, Ole Miss wasn't in the they didn't play for the SEC title game, and they were in the semifinals. I just don't think I don't think it means much anymore winning the conference title game. No. I mean, don't you have NFL playoff teams that get the wild card and win the championship? Here's a pitch. Here's a strike 0-1. I mean, you think they care that they didn't win their division? No, they won the Super Bowl. I mean, teams have won the Super Bowl before have not won their division. Here's the 0-1. And that ball's hit to right field, coming on, and can't make the catch. It goes to the wall. 2 runs are going to score. It's going to be 3-0 Tigers. Tigers have exploded here in the fifth. Yeah. Man. It was 3-0 now. Man. So 3-0 now. So Edwards up. The pitch is a ball. Oh no, it's a strike. 1-0. Oh, and 1 to count. And the 0-1. Swing and miss. 0-2. So, the 0-2 to count here to Edwards. And the pitch is a ball 1-2. Yeah, finally we got some runs. Finally. As Harry, when Harry Carey would go, let's get some runs, I miss my youth on that note. 1-2 pitch. Swing to miss. That's strike 3 as Edwards is down on strikes to retire this side. But the Tigers get 3 runs, and they lead 3-0 going into the 6th inning. Well, about time we got some runs there. Yeah, the game's on the ESPN app, so I'm glad you're chatting with me. Did we play y'all in softball this year? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think in baseball. I don't think we played Texas in baseball this year. I don't think we do. We might. So we might. It's just a. Yeah. Well, we don't play in. We do not play in baseball. Okay. That kind of sucks. we don't play y'all in baseball this year. Yeah, there's too many teams in baseball for you to play. You know, well, you don't play by football every year, but at least now in football, where they've got the schedule, out now. You play everyone at least every 2 years. So I do like that in football, but okay. Yeah, it's getting a little temperature's dropping a little bit outside, man. All right, we're gonna go to the top of the sixth inning. It's 3-0 LSU, so Tigers are 6 outs away from getting another victory. All right, we're gonna have the Trenton up. That's a ball in. Almost hit her 1-0. And where's the audio, guys? ESPN. There we go. Oh, yeah, some fake bait. Oh, the little the 1-0, and it's 2-0. Those what's it called? Bacon strips. Bacon strips. Yeah. Bacon strips. Yeah. Yeah, everybody says, man, dogs like bacon. Well, shit, so do I. I mean, shit, dogs ain't the only one that's like. Dogs ain't the only one that likes bacon. 2-0 pitch gonna miss. 3-0. Yeah, bacon strips. Like fuck, man. I mean, who don't like bacon? I mean, besides there's certain 3-0 pitch. Be a strike, 3-1. I mean, there's certain religions that don't eat meat, pork, but that don't mean they don't like it. There's some religions that don't like pork, but like I said, they don't mean they don't like it. 3-1 pitch. And it's a foul, 3-2. Yeah, dogs love those bacon strips. Bacon, 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 bacon. 3-1 as a foul, 3-2. So 3-2 to count here to Trenton. Heavener delivers the pitch. 3-2, gonna miss. That's ball 4. So leadoff girl gets on again. Man, just too many times tonight where the leadoff batter has gotten on. Now we got Engelbrecht up. And pitch is going to be a little ball low, 1-0. Ooh. Oh yeah, see, I saw that. Yeah. I liked Three Doors Down back in the day. When they were a thing. I like Three Doors Down. All right, so we got what's the count? Counts now 1-1 here to Engelbrecht, and the 1-1 coming to the plate, and that's gonna be a ball 2-1. So 2-1 to count. The pitch is hit to right field, and that's going to get over her head off the wall. And they get the ball back in the infield, and we're going to have runners at second and third with nobody out here in the sixth. And so Nevada is they've been threatening to score all game. They've been threatening to score all game. There's just no way for Well, second and third, there's nobody out. We're going to have Glover do a. And the pitch is a strike on one. I'll be back. Here comes the 0-1. And it's down low. 1-1. So 1-1 to count. Here to the pitch. From inside. To Trenton. And Heavener's losing. And no, this is just a pinch hitter. Here's a 2-1. And popped up. Center field. And makes the catch. There's one down. Runner will not tag. There's one down. One down. So one down here in the sixth. All right. All right, we got pinch hitters here, but of course they don't put the names on the screen, so you have no idea who's batting. Wait, Kryptonite was a good song by Three Doors Down. All right, we got 2 on and 1 out. Here comes the pitch. That's a strike on 1. All right, here comes the 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch is swing and a miss. 0-2. Here comes the 0-2. And swing and a miss. 2 down. 2 down. That's going to bring up, now I think it's bring up Clark to the plate. This is the girl that's been killing us tonight. What's up, Bow Down, LSU? 2 down. I'm going to have Clark come to the plate. Oh, now we're going to have a meeting at the circle. Meeting at the circle. You ready for the Super Bowl tomorrow? Super Bowl. No, they've been struggling at the plate today. Pitching's been kind of shaky, but luckily Nevada hasn't scored. But they've been having base runners on every game. Nevada has. Every inning they've been having base runners on, but our hitting has been up until last inning we couldn't get a freaking hit. So no, they look kind of bad today. I don't know what kind of I wouldn't expect much out of this team this year. I mean, I know it's early. I mean, she's not Jay Johnson, so she's not gonna get that luxury that Jay Johnson has. Jay Johnson, his team comes out slow. You're like, all right, I'm not gonna doubt you, Jay. Best teams kind of they get to the regionals. That's it, man. So Clark at the plate. That's a ball 1-0. I mean, they keep saying that, man. I mean, but LSU can't just keep firing all these coaches, man, and paying all these buyouts. I mean, you're gonna pay the football. What you got to pay the football team? Here's a 1-0. And it's 2-0. I just don't know if there's going to be an appetite to fire the softball coach if they get to the super regionals. And we just fired a football coach. Now it looks like we might fire the basketball coach. Maybe. Who knows? 2-0 pitch is a strike. 2-1. So I mean, it takes money to buy all these coaches, man. I mean, you can't be firing a football coach and a basketball coach in the same season. That's just not ideal. 2-1. Gonna be lifted to left field and caught though. Nice running catch, and the side is retired. Man, that's gonna end the inning. So Nevada gets 2 runners on with nobody out, and they don't score. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. 3-0 Tigers. I don't know, man. It just I just don't know if there's gonna be an appetite, man, to fire all these fucking coaches, man. I mean, if she gets to the super regionals, I think she's fine. I don't think she's going anywhere. So yeah, that's kind of doable, It's not like McMahon's getting. I think his buyout $7 million. That's a lot, man. I know everybody wants him going, but. We're gonna find somebody to pay out McMahon and his staff, and then go hire somebody else. I mean, they just spent money to buy the football coach out and go get Lane Kiffin and all this money in the NIL program with football. I just don't know if there's gonna be an appetite, man, to buy. Like Moscona said, he tried to tell y'all. He don't know if there's gonna be an appetite to buy out the basketball coach. After all was transpired with the football program and all this money that they have poured into the football team, buying out Brian Kelly, going to get Lane Kiffin, transfer portal, all this shit. I don't know, man. I know McMahon sucks, dude. I know he sucks, but I don't know, man. I mean, who are you gonna go get though? I want to know. Everybody said we got to fire him. Okay, well, who you gonna go get? Will Wade's not coming here, man. That's a pipe dream. I just don't know who you're gonna go get as a basketball coach. I don't know, man. I don't know the hot names in basketball like I do in football. I don't know those hot names. There's somebody that's not named Will Wade. All right, so Franklin at the plate for LSU, shakes it for a strike. 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. 0-1 pitch is a ball 1-1. Yeah, I think people in Tiger Rant are just getting their hopes up, man. If he was at McNeese. If he was still at McNeese, then yeah, I think he'd come. Here's a 1-1. That's 2-1. I think him being at NC State, they're gonna pay him more money if somebody comes after him. I mean, they're not gonna just let him go. I mean, that wouldn't be smart for them. 2-1 pitch is gonna miss. People are missing the boat on that. About NC State's just not gonna let him go without a fight. They're last I checked, they're playing pretty well. 3-1 pitch is a swing and a miss. 3-2. But like I said, if Wade was still at McNeese, I would say yeah. I'd be fairly certain he would come here then, because Woodward's gone. But just my opinion. 3-2 pitch. And ball's fouled out of foul back. Yeah, everybody keeps saying bet the under, bet the under, bet the under. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see, man. Everybody says bet the under. 3-2 pitch is foul back again. So Yeah, that's what I've been hearing is all the experts are saying bet the under. Man, when everybody's telling you bet the under, you better go ahead and bet the over on something, man. Bet the over because it usually doesn't go the way they think. So if I was you, or bet the over. 3-2 pitch is gonna miss inside. Ball four. We'll see though, man. No, Seattle. Jackson Smith and the Jigba, man, is really good, man. And Rams couldn't cover, man. Yeah, the lights could be bright, especially for Drake May. Sam Darnold's been in the league for several years, so he's not a newbie, but he hasn't been in the game like this. But you're right. It could be the lights could be really bright. I just think Seattle might. I think Seattle might win this by more than 14. I just think they might. I think the Seahawks might win this by a lot more than 14. So we'll see. So yeah, I'm glad Shaheed went somewhere that he can maybe get a Super Bowl ring. So all right, who's at the plate? Edwards at the plate. It's Kylie Edwards. There's a fly ball right field, foul territory, and there's one down. And runner will tag and go. Runner will tag and go to second, but they're gonna peel to first. They're gonna say she left first too early. Let's see. Camera angle. Can't tell by the camera angle. Yeah, he might break another return. He was good at that, especially when he was here. So one out, one on. Pitch is a ball. So 1-0 to count here to Lorenz. And the 1-0 is no 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch. 2-0 pitch going to be a stride to a 1. The 2-1 is 3-1. But yeah, I almost forgot about Kayshon Boutte because he's had some games in the playoffs where he's played well. 3-1 is ball 4. Just missed on the outside. Now we're going to bring up Franklin up. All right, so Franklin will come to the plate here for LSU. And here comes the pitch. It's in the dirt. Gets away, and runners will move up to second and third. So the Tigers have runners at second and third here in the 6th inning. Runners at second and third here in the 6th inning. There we got Franklin up. The pitch is a ball 2-0. So 2-0 to count. And the pitch is going to be 3-0. So 3-0 to count. Here to Franklin. Oh no, we're gonna a visit at the circle. Alrighty, so man, a little visit is over at the circle. So counts now 3-0 here to Franklin. All right, so Franklin will step in the batter's box. Counts now 3-0. And the pitch as a strike, 3-1. All right, so counts now 3-1. And the pitch is ball 4. Bases are loaded. Bases are loaded, going to be for Hodge. Tigers can really break this game open here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We're gonna have nope, never mind. I thought we have some kind of a pitching change. No pitching change. So base is loaded. Here comes the pitch. Going to be a ball. 1-0. Well, this isn't Hodge. It's number 10, but they don't put the girl's name on the screen. Pathetic, man. I guess that's just too much work for ESPN. Here's a 1-0. Here's a strike, 1-1. So bases loaded, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. 3-0 Tigers. Pitch is a ball, 2-1. Two and 1 to count. 2-1 pitch is fouled back into the behind the up above the netting into the seats. 2-2. So 2-2 to count. 2-2 pitch is 3-2. That was a little high. 3-2. So 3-2 to count. 3-2 pitch is ball 4, and that's gonna bring a run home. So that was Johnson at the plate, and she gets the walk and brings home a run. It's 4-0. So gonna have We're gonna have Lasser coming to play. What's up, Adam? How you doing? So Lasser at the plate. Bases are loaded. One out. The pitch is a ball. 1-0. What's up, Adam Hartley in the house? Here comes a 1-0. That ball's foul straight back. 1-1. All right, so 1-1 is the count. And the pitch is going to miss. 2-1. So 2-1 to count. 2-1 pitch is going to miss. 3-1. So 3-1 to count. 3-1 pitch is the hitter. That's going to hit her, and it's going to bring another run home. Wade's not coming back here, man. Wade's not coming back here, man. Why would he leave NC State, man? He ain't coming back here. If he was still at McNeese, I'd agree with you. 100% I agree with you. I mean, NC State might make. I mean, NC State's going to make the tournament. I mean, they might win a game or two in the dance. Why would he leave that to come to this trash this trash organization doesn't care about basketball. But now we got a new pitcher in. So now Nevada makes the change. About time, man. So Natty, LSU in basketball, man. LSU didn't win no basketball Natty here, man. We've never won a basketball Natty here ever. I just don't think he's coming here. I don't think he's going to leave NC State. If he was still at McNeese, I'd agree with you. I think he'd come since Woodward is gone now, and we'll see though. We'll see. But you got $7 million to buy out McMahon. Can't believe Woodward gave him such a big ass fucking contract. I mean that this is all Scott Woodward's problem that he put up on LSU. You know, he should have signed some no name guy for like 3 years. And but anyway, here's a bitch to Daniel. The ball 1-0. But he gave McMahon that 7-year deal, was it? Here's a 1-0. It's a 2-0. So that's why McMahon took it. It was a 7-year deal, and it was all right. So 2-0 to count here to Daniel. Pitch is a swing and a foul back. Yeah, that was that was Scott Woodward, man. 2-1 pitch. And it's going to be hit foul, 2-2. Well, Wade was never going to come back as long as Scott Woodward was the AD. So 2-2 to count. The pitch is a grounder. They'll go home, and the catcher drops the ball. A run will score. 2 runs will score. It's 7-0 as the catcher dropped the ball. It's now 7-0 LSU. Man, as Nevada has fallen apart here in the late innings. Nevada has fallen apart here in this late innings. So we got showing the bases can't be loaded. It's not right. Here comes a pitch to the plate. That's a strike 1-1. It's got to be second and third. 2 runs scored. The bases can't be loaded. I think it's second and third. So we got Bergeron at the plate. The pitch is a ball. And now we don't have the count on the screen. There we go. 1-1. So 1-1 to count. And the pitch is a strike, 1-2 on the inside corner. 1-2. There we go. Now they change it. It is second and third. I knew the bases couldn't be loaded because 2 runs scored. So it's second and third, 1 out. A run will run rule them, and that ball outside 2-2. Yeah, one more run we will run rule them. So we got 1 out, 2 on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch is a foul. It's going to stay 2-2. You ready for baseball next week, man? Next Friday afternoon. Next Friday afternoon is baseball. All right, so 2-2 to count. And the pitch is, wow. Where'd that miss? 3-2. Oh, it's Badgeron? I could have sworn I heard Len say Bergeron. Here's a 3-2 pitch. And it's going to be ball 4, man. Could have sworn I heard Len say Bergeron. So it's Badgeron, all right. Yeah, they say it wrong. Okay. There we go. They say it wrong. All right. I'll take your word for it. All right, so bases are loaded here for Tori Edwards. She's 0 for 2 today. I think she struck out both times. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ball 1-0. I think Edwards has struck out twice tonight. So bases are loaded, and there's 1 out here in the 6th inning. But 1 run will run rule them. The 1-0 is swung on left field, but it's way foul. That's well foul. And that was I gotta go to a softball game, man. But I'm gonna go where it's like warmer. I'm not gonna sit out there in the freezing ass cold. Here's a 1-1. And that's 2-1. So 2-1 to count here to Tori Edwards. The pitch is a strike, 2-2. Ready for the game tomorrow? 2-2 pitch. And it's gonna miss 3-2. Man, these pitchers must be missing just a bit outside. 3-2 to count. So 3-2 here to Edwards. 3-2 pitch is a foul ball. Man. So foul ball. Here comes the 3-2. And it's ball 4. And that's going to be the game. Right? Yeah, that's the game. It's 8-0. So LSU run rules them. And the game is over. The Tigers win 8-0 as they run rule Nevada as they get all runs in the last 2 innings. I mean, they couldn't do shit early on. They scored 5 runs without a base hit this inning. That's wild that they scored 5 runs without a base hit this inning. Man, what kind of shit is that? Man, so it's 8-0. They win, man. So all right, man. Congrats to the girls as they win 8-0. So we'll take the victory. We'll take the victory, man. So all right, man. So I'll see you tomorrow night for the Super Bowl. We'll see you tomorrow night for the Super Bowl. So have a good one, man, and enjoy your Saturday. And we'll see you tomorrow night for the Patriots and the Seahawks. Super Bowl LX. We'll see you.